Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Smackdown review. We're going to get this over with real quick. There's not much to talk about, but we'll get to it. So the show begins with Roman Reigns and him telling Jey Uso to basically he now has to do exactly what he is told. So he gives Jey Uso that he has to be done what he's told. Jey Uso just says to Roman Reigns that he hates him. He says, "I hate you," and then we move on to the next segment. First match was Kevin Owens facing off against Dolph Ziggler, and Kevin Owens gets the win here. He gets the victory, defeats Dolph Ziggler with a stunner. I mean, no shocker there. It's Dolph Ziggler we're talking about. And then we had a triple threat women's match. Billie Kay competing in her first match on SmackDown by herself against Bianca Belair and Natalya. Bianca Belair gets the victory here. No shocker there. And the other no shocker is Billie Kay is the one that eats the pinfall. No shocker there. It was a very good triple threat. Loved it. Because all three women are great wrestlers. Murphy tries to extend on a branch, like forgiveness, to the Mysterio family, but the Mysterio family refused to, let the past die. Seth Rollins comes out. He tries to, push Murphy into joining him or rejoining him and Aaliyah. Seth is like that he would accept the Murphy-Aaliyah relationship into his world if they joined him, because the Mysterio family isn't going to forgive Murphy. Then the Mysterios started to have a brawl with Murphy. Seth also had a fight with Murphy, and when the Mysterios came out to start a fight with Murphy, Aaliyah blocks Ray, not Dominic. Aaliyah blocks Ray, and she tells Ray that she loves Murphy. Now, I can't say I'm a huge fan of this. Can't say I like the idea of them, turning it into a love angle. This is the one thing that the first thing that was reported about this. The first thing that was reported about this whole thing is that it was going to be turning into a love angle between Aaliyah and Murphy. And I can't tell you, and I still stick to my word, that it really shouldn't be leading to... I believe it shouldn't be a love angle. It really shouldn't be. Because why? Because it's just nonsense. And now we'll get idiots online bitching and moaning. And yes, the storyline should end. This has gone on long enough. But now we'll get idiots online calling Murphy a pedophilia because he's a 30-year-old and he's dating a 19-year-old. How does dating a 19-year-old make you a pedo? And secondly, this is a storyline! That's the second thing I have to say about this. This is a goddamn storyline. People who take this shit seriously do not understand storylines. This is a storyline. They're not dating in real life. This is just an on-scene relationship. This is just an on-scene love angle, okay? That's really all this is. It's not a real life angle. Murphy is not dating Aaliyah in real life. Okay? Before people go ahead and say, oh, Murphy went from Alexa Bliss to Aaliyah, it's not a real relationship, okay? It's not a real relationship. It's just a storyline that these two are portraying. Murphy did not go from Alexa Bliss to Aaliyah. Murphy is still single. He's still single. Aaliyah already has a boyfriend. Aaliyah already has a boyfriend And it's not Buddy Murphy. So get that through your heads. Before people get pissed and think this is real. It's not real. The Street Profits defeat Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. You know, don't really care. And next we have Sasha Banks. And Bayley comes out and she challenges Bayley challenges Sasha Banks to a rematch because Bayley brings up that Sasha can win championships, but she can't keep them. So here's the thing. This was the one thing I was afraid of. I was afraid of this from the very beginning because I had a funny feeling that they were going to try and do Sasha Banks dirty. For the love of God, do not, for the love of God, do not have Sasha Banks lose this match. For Christ's sake, the last time she won a title at a pay-per-view and lost it 7 days later, that was to Alexa Bliss. And I reviewed that show, back then, and I wasn't happy then. Sasha Banks is going to be done dirty again. I can freaking tell. She's going to be done dirty again. They're going to have Bayley win that goddamn title back just to have Sasha be a short-term champion again so we can have Bayley versus Asuka. Guarantee it. Guarantee they're going to completely screw Sasha over again. For the love of God, do not screw Sasha over. Give this woman a long reign. This is why I did not want any championships defended from now until Survivor Series. Because I know WWE always does this shit. They always do this. They always have the champions defend before Survivor Series. And then the champion loses. And then they have to change the whole Survivor Series match. I swear to God, if Sasha Banks loses. If Sasha Banks loses next week, I am going to be completely pissed off. I'm going to be so pissed off. It's just, I'm just going to be so mad. I'm going to be mad. I don't trust WWE. I was glad that Sasha won, but now that she's champion, I can't trust WWE. The fact that I wanted Sasha to win the title, and I'm like, well, now the big problem is, can WWE, actually let Sasha retain? I want to have hope that she retains next week, but I honestly can't trust WWE. I can't trust WWE to actually have Sasha Banks successfully retain a title. I just don't trust them. So I'm going to be very nervous next week, and I'm very scared. As I should be. So should all Sasha fans. All Sasha fans should be worried. Because we know WWE has a terrible habit of having Sasha Banks lose her championships immediately. Sasha should not be losing. Bayley had her time as champion. There is no need and no reason for Bayley to go for the championship again. We had Jey Uso face Daniel Bryan in the main event. And Jey Uso got the win over Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan has stated that this will be his last run in WWE, so it looks like he'll be retiring. So maybe he just wants to start putting over some younger talent on his way out. And I think that's a really nice way to go off and retire. But then we saw Jey. Then we saw Jey completely go off, and he completely destroyed Daniel Bryan. Does this technically count as a heel turn? Does this count as a heel turn? Because I feel like Jey is only doing it because he has to do it. Because he has to fall in line. Because if he doesn't, then the entire family, then Jey and his family and Jimmy and Naomi, they all get booted out. I don't know if I can consider this a heel turn. I feel like he's just doing it because he has no choice. If you consider it a heel turn, then I guess. But I think at the end of the day, I don't consider it a heel turn. For now, I don't consider it a heel turn because I don't think Jey is doing it because he... Because I feel like Jey is only doing it because he has no choice. So there you go, guys. There was your short and sweet Smackdown review. I didn't really have a lot to say about this one. Just wanted to get this one over with real quick. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed. Comment your opinions down below. And I will see you all next time.